Welcome to Beasts of Legend, the podcast that delves deep into the shadows of myth, the whispers of folklore, and the mysteries of creatures that have haunted human imagination for centuries. From the dark forests where cryptids lurk, to ancient lands where dragons once soared, and waters where yokai stir beneath the surface, we bring you stories that blur the line between legend and reality. I'm JB, your guide on this journey through forgotten tales, spine-tingling encounters, and timeless legends. Each week, we'll explore the fascinating histories, chilling sightings, and cultural impact of the world's most captivating creatures. So, are you ready to step into the unknown, to discover what lies beyond the myths? Stay close and keep your eyes open. Not everything you hear is just a story. This is Beasts of Legend. In a world where shadows dance and the unknown lurks behind every tree, there exists a tale that will chill you to your very core. It is the story of a young hunter, a boy who believed he knew the woods like the back of his hand. But on one fateful night in December of 2016, everything changed. Just 16 years old, Matt was already an avid hunter. Raised in southern Maine, he had roamed the local woods since childhood, guided by the hands of his father and grandfather. He learned the ways of nature, how to track, how to hunt, and how to respect the wild. This particular evening, however, was destined to be different. The plan was simple, a short evening hunt. His father and grandfather would flank him while he descended into the valley, where deer were known to roam. Half an hour in, Matt stopped to look at his map, happy to see that he was on track and making good time. He continued on, stopping every once in a while to check his position and to look for deer sign. So far, there was no sign of deer, but he noticed black clouds had begun to blanket the evening sky. When they started out, the air was crisp, the sky clear, but now, as the sun dipped below the horizon, the clouds signaled an unexpected storm rolling in, a harbinger of dread. Snow fell with furious intensity, cloaking the world in white and shrouding it in darkness. Visibility plummeted and panic gripped him. Matt stumbled forward, kept driving on, pushing through the storm, desperate to get off the slopes and onto flat ground, and to reach the agreed rendezvous point. But when he finally stepped onto level ground, he discovered he was not where he thought he'd be. Panic surged like ice through his veins. He was lost. "Dad! Grandpa!" he called out, not caring that he may spook off any deer. His voice echoed against the trees and snow, being swallowed by the encroaching night. Silence. He called again, "Dad! Grandpa!" The silence was thick and suffocating, but then he heard something he couldn't believe. A response echoed back, "Dad! Grandpa!" "What the hell, you guys?" Matt yelled. "I'm over here!" He waited, and again from the woods came an echoed response, "Over here." Only this time the voice was close and moving fast, and that voice was not his father's or his grandfather's. It was something darker, something that mirrored his own fear. He grabbed his phone to call his father and check where he was, but it was dead. To hell with this, he thought. The only thing he wanted was to not be in these woods any longer. He started to walk, knowing that if he kept to one direction, he would eventually meet the road. As he walked, he had an uneasy feeling as if something was in the woods. Every time he paused to get his bearing, he could hear the sound of the snow crunching. He yelled out, "Who's there?" Nothing, no response, but over the sound of the wind he could hear steps circling him. The air grew heavy, and again he felt eyes upon him. Something was there, lurking in the shadows, stalking him with a predatory instinct. Then a snap of a branch directly behind him. He turned, heart racing, only to see movement. A tall, gaunt figure darting behind a tree. In that moment, survival instincts kicked in. He raised his rifle and fired into the darkness, hoping to scare off whatever had taken an interest in him. The creature bolted away into the night. So did Matt. Breathless but undeterred, he pressed on, convinced that if he just kept moving, he would eventually find the road and his way home. But the woods were eerily quiet now. No sounds of the night, no branches cracked underfoot. Just him and the relentless howl of the wind. Until suddenly, something deep, low, and guttural whispered,
"Dad! Grandpa!"
The mocking echo returned, closer this time.
Dad! Grandpa! Over here!
As if it were toying with him, drawing nearer with each call. His heart pounded in his chest as dread washed over him like icy water. He knew he needed help. Then finally, the familiar rumble of his father's truck broke through the suffocating silence like a beacon of hope, the headlights shining a path. He was so close to the road, he made a decision to run. He dashed towards it, expecting at any stage to be taken by that thing. But relief flooding his senses as he reached the truck and jumped inside. "You won't believe what happened," he gasped between breaths. But as the truck pulled away from that cursed place, a chill swept through him, and he glanced back one last time, and through the red glow of the taillights he saw it. A tall figure slipping behind another tree watching him leave. To this day, he wonders what stalked him that night. An echo of his own fear or something far more sinister. The woods hold their secrets close, and sometimes they don't want to be found. Stay safe out there, for you never know what might be watching from the shadows. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the unknown. I hope you enjoyed uncovering the mysteries behind today's legend. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and share it with fellow seekers of the strange and mysterious. Your support helps keep the legends alive. Have a creature or legend you'd like us to explore? Reach out to us. We'd love to hear from you. Until next time, stay curious, stay cautious, and remember, sometimes legends are more than just stories.